It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and we are talking about getting fired and the time it ended up being a blessing. Now, my producer Dan says he's never been fired, so we'll work on that.
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
That's crazy.
I'm kidding. I do want you to have
Hey,
blessings.
would it turn into a blessing?
maybe
All
not.
right.
But anyway, I've been fired a couple of times. Now, one time it was a nightmare job that I really literally used to wake up every day and be like, I dread going into this place. But I felt like I needed the money to pay my bills. I was only like 24 and ended up getting let go. It's a long story. But when I tell you I woke up in the morning and felt like the sun was shining, there wasn't the burden of having to get out of bed and go to this place that I hated. And then another time that I got fired was the distribution company that did Eminem's clothing line, Shady Limited. And they called it laid off. Laid off and fired is like
It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. But then they ended up ending the partnership. But I think part of the reason was that Eminem's management, Paul Rosenberg, he brought me into the situation, and they were bumping heads a lot. So I was more on the side of Eminem and not on the side. They wanted to have like his face and logo huge on everything, and they were kind of against that. And so it was just kind of like a bumping of heads, and I was collateral damage. But that was fine because that relationship was going to end anyway. Now, Dee Dee, tell us about the time that you got fired and it ended up being a blessing.
I was fired from my job. It's a podiatry clinic. Working there, I went through a lot of stuff. I got sprayed in the face with breast milk.
What?
I had to change locations. Anyway, they let me go because they say I told a patient to use common sense, which was a complete lie.
Wow.
I was out of work for 2 weeks. I was in the hospital. The day I returned back to work, they let me go because they say I told a patient to use common sense. All the patients, all the doctors, everyone loved me. But once I got let go, it was like a blessing because I was able to stay at home, take care of my son, open up my own business. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't even be in this field anyway. Like, I got into the medical field because I have health issues. But I was like, maybe that's not even a thing for me.
Right.
So it's been 2 years now since I got let go, and it's amazing.
Yes, Dee Dee, I love it. Okay. And you probably would have stayed and not even caught your blessing because you were so comfortable and content in a space.
I am so loyal, I would have stayed. I've been wanting to open up my own lash business and do my own thing, and I kept getting knocked down because I kept being dedicated and loyal to other people's businesses. So I could never do my own thing. So I'm like, yes, this was amazing. Y'all did a good thing for me.
I love it. Well, congratulations. Hey, Chris, how are you?
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. Have you ever had a situation where you got fired, but it was the biggest blessing?
Oh, yes, definitely. So I used to work for a company. It was a delivery service company. I was there for about 7 years. It was the top pay in the industry at the time. So I kind of felt like I was stuck there. You know, I was looking, but no other job was offering what I was getting. So in a way, I was stuck. I was miserable. My personal life was bad. My relationship with my wife was rocky. My daughter was growing up. I wasn't even getting to spend the time with her, and I was just not in a good place. And luckily for me, one day I got fired, and that firing just turned my life completely around. Me and my wife are amazing now. I'm able to drop my daughter off at school and pick her up. I'm able to help her with homework. I'm just such in a way better place ever since getting fired.
Okay, see? And when it happens, we be so like, because it just feels bad, like rejection, and it's embarrassing.
Yeah, no, it does.
But once you get past that,
Yep. And you know, the ironic thing is I often run into ex-employees who I used to work with, and I see them in other fields. And there's a running joke between us ex-employees that everyone who gets fired does a lot better in life.
I know that's right.
Well, thank you for hearing me out.
Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate it.